Hello everyone and welcome to the fourth video related to film and not an adventure video, but there are adventures coming up, including Disneyland Paris, a week away in the end of May, Orlando, which will be amazing. Again, yes, I know loads of people are like, again, really? Yeah, I love it. Anyway, today's review is good luck, have fun, and don't die. But there's no and there. So, yep, and it stars Sam Rockwell, who is an amazing actor. Juno Temple, Zazie Beats, sounds like a DJ name. And Michael Pena. Pena, like is it Spanish? I'm not sure about that. And it's directed by Gore Verbinski. Also, the amazing director of Pirates of the Caribbean, the first three. Before it all went sideways for that franchise. Sad, really. Anyway, moving on swiftly to the review. There will be a little bit of rant at the end, but probably because I made a few mistakes in my last video, which it's safe to say I didn't do my research. But I have done my research today, so we're all good and fine to continue with this drink and then review. Sponsored by Recorderly. No, I'm joking. I am not sponsored by Recorderly, even though it'd be fun. Anyway, the story of the film. So a man from the future who works at a restaurant in LA, and he's straight away perceived as a crazy motherfucker. That's what he's perceived as. He must recruit people, a precise combination of people that he needs on a quest to save the world from a rogue artificial intelligence. Now, this film does point out how bad social media and AI can be in terms of just staring at phones all the time. It's not good. Get some fresh air. Don't just stay on your phones. Basically, get fresh air. Go travelling, shopping, whatever. Just don't look at your phone as often because it is bad for your mental well-being. Anyway, I'm drifting off the review again. But yeah, main thing is it kind of does point out the bad side or possible bad side of AI and the bad side of social media and being glued down on your phone most of the time, which is quite a good call out actually, and they're doing it quite good way. It is a very bizarre and weird film. You see things that make you think, why am I sitting here? Shall I walk out? Shall I not bother with this film? Shall I just switch off, turn over the channel to something else? Because by the time a lot of you watch this film, it'll be on digital or DVD and Blu-ray. So, because yeah, it's one of those films that's not gonna do well at the box office, and I can't see it getting more than a second week in most cinemas in the UK. So, it is a unique film, and it works pretty well. It's full of ideas from Gore Verbinski, and they all get put into a meat grinder and then shredded up and then spit back out again in wild, wacky and wonderful ways. For its 2 hours and 40-minute runtime, it doesn't... You have to bear with all those random wild stuff for the 2 hours, 14-minute runtime. But also it's got a lot of darkish humour. Now, if you don't like dark humour, it may not be the film for you, because there is a bit of dark humour in there as well regarding subjects I am not going to talk about on reviews because I don't want to. So for the first 40 to 50 minutes, like I said, you'll be thinking, why on earth is this? Or why am I watching it? Just bear with it because it builds on itself. Basically, it's like bricks. It gets anyway. I don't know where I was going with that actually, but anyway. Yeah, it builds on itself. Like matures. So it starts off gathering what it needs to gather in weird ways, and then middle part. Yeah, and then end part. Wow, that got crazy, wacky, really fast. Now you do see some weird shit. I'll give you an example. You see a cat, but it's not a normal cat because it's like filled with loads of cats merged into one, and you see loads of cat heads on this cat, and you do see at the end of the. I'm not gonna go out. You know what? You do see the cat. Yeah, you do, and I'm going to move on from that because I didn't want to see that really. It was also interesting to have a character that is fully allergic to technology and can't go near it. And it works in the most peculiar, odd and unusual way possible, but it's great for the film. And that character becomes one of the main characters in the film. Especially in the second half of the film, that is one you have to watch out for. The acting from all the cast is pretty decent. All things considered with the story, Sam Rockwell's performance is just absolutely bonkers, crazy, fun, wacky, and I enjoy this character to bits because he does that kind of character really well, and he deserves more praise. He should do more roles like that. Personally, but we can't have everything, can we? It was a blast to watch. It's not like Cold Storage. It's not one you're normally going to watch unless you have a Cinema with a limited card, or an Odeon limited card, or you quite fancy at home on Sky or TV maybe. This is one that I highly recommend. It is really good. But unfortunately, a lot of people, you're not going to have time to see it before it runs out of time. And here becomes my rant now in a second. It also sets up a sequel, which I'm actually rooting for. Not many films these days which I root for a sequel, because it always ends up with me ranting about possible sequels. But this rant I'm about to do is about something else entirely, and that is Entertainment Distributor Films. Release your films in 4K. Come on! Not releasing your films in 4K is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous in this day and age. You want people to see your films in the best quality possible on their TVs. Release them in 4K, not stupid just HD. I don't even think Midsommar is in 4K yet. And that was released a few years ago. So my point is, if entertainment film distributors watch this review, release your films in 4K, or at least start doing it. Because I don't want to just watch them in HD, I want to watch them in 4K. Like a million other people. That's the frustrating part of is that it's a shame that this film, like others, will not be experienced the best way possible on TVs because EDF don't have the balls to release them in the best way possible. I say what I say because it is true. You go on Apple TV, you go on you have to do Amazon to get a 4K copy, and your 4K copy is from flipping America or something. Anyway, that's enough of that rant, because I know a lot of you would be bothered by that. Anyway, I'll rate it 9 out of 10. Not getting 10 out of 10 because of the plot hole. But that's all I've got to say in this review. So, I will see you next time for another review from Joe Proctor Film Mad. Ta-da!